Good day, good day, good day. I say to all of you, welcome to Sunday morning's messages of love from above. Hope you have had and are having an amazing weekend wherever you may be in the world. And I'm excited to see what energy comes in for us today. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Let me get my desktop set up here real quick and we will get into it. All right. Just expand this a little more. All right. Looking good there. YouTube has confirmed we are alive and well. All right, let's before we get started, let's send some love out to the world and make our impact, our footprint upon the world. Uh, we do this at each of the beginning of the sessions just because the world can always use more sweet love. And when we send unconditional love out to the world, one person sending love out to the world balances a million people having lower vibrational fear energy. And if we do it together, we multiply it, not just add on top. So we can make a huge impact to Earth's energy right now. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we gather outside of time and space to do this. So let's take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, in this moment, letting all the outside world fall away for just a sec. All right, take a big deep breath in. Beautiful. As I hit the singing bowl a few times here, we'll let that love flow down into us, fill us up, and then overflow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just put it back there, let it finish singing its song. And excited. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Let me just share a couple quick things here. Um, Of course, I will be putting out a new podcast hopefully later today. I've almost got it all drafted. I just fell behind a little bit with life, with my host went through some surgery and she's recovering very well. Thank you guys for all your love and energy that you've sent. She's doing really good. So um, I just need to catch up now. But this is the episode from last week. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, I definitely look at that because it's the work from Byron Katie. She's a sweet soul. It's a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet process she has. It's beautiful for mirroring. She's got a great YouTube channel too. It's one of the life-changing things that happened in my life, which is what this podcast is all about. It is from chaos to cozy, which is when I had the most darkest, lowest, chaotic times in my life where I almost took my life, and the journey I've had since then, and sharing the tools, the information, the knowledge, experiences that spirit provided during that time that have helped me raise my own love vibration. So if you're interested, check that out. There's even the link to the playlist if you want to play catch up and listen to some of the others. Then, like I said, it'll be today. If not, definitely tomorrow. I'll put out my episode 13, which is all about the hedge. It's an energetic process. I'm excited about it. All right. And then also we have a new moon in Taurus coming up here on Tuesday, what's today? 5th, yeah, so Tuesday. And it's a great energy that's coming in here. We talk about the new moon wishes, making the most of the 10 new moon wishes we get every new moon. This one focuses in on, wow, zap on I'm in a giddy mood today. But it focuses in on the Taurus energy. So enjoy that. And there's a pick a card. Where can you redefine your worth as well? Oh, it's going to be a fun day. Buckle up, buttercups. Here we go. And then, of course, we're in Taurus season. So happy birthday to all you Taurus sun babies. There's a pick a card for all of us for Taurus, which runs from around April 20th to May 20th. And there's a special bonus for all you Taurus sun babies, a 3-month birthday reading and a forecast for you. So be sure to check that out. And if you have any Taurians in your life, be sure to send that to them too, and wish them a happy birthday from bruddaZEN if you wish. And then, of course, it is May. Can you believe it? I just last year seemed to fly by. This one is even faster, but May monthlies are out. I started doing monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign again. Last time I did them was June of last year, but we're introducing those again. So be sure to check that out. I love how Spirit has me do it. We take a tarot deck, we split out the major arcana to get the overall energy from the month, and then we split out the 4 minor arcana, because fire is about our energetic experience, pentacles is about our outside world physical experience, the air is about our mental journey during the month, and then cups, which is water, which is our emotional journey. And there's oracle cards or additional cards for each of those two. So very, very fun if you want to check those out. And if you're wanting to know a specific area of your life, like, your sun sign is your overall, the CEO of your life. So it's the overall energy of your life. But if you want to know about love, you can look up your where's your Venus sign, right? Look up the zodiac sign for that. Or job, you can look up where Saturn is at. Dealing with male energies and bosses and people in authority. Where's your Mars at? Of course, mother and feminine energy. You can look at your Venus and your moon sign. So you can get a lot of big pictures of what's happening in your life by looking at the different planets too. So it's really cool. All right, but that's all the blah, blah, blah for now. Let me move that out of the way here. And we'll get into things. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor. Thank goodness, because what a boring place this would be without a sense of humor. We laugh a lot on this channel, which is great. Laughter is a fear transformer, so we definitely welcome joy and laughter here. How the readings work, I do go down for the free readings. I go down in order, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is it, and you can just put your question out there. If you don't want to share your business with us, it's okay. We'll find it out anyway. I'm just kidding. um, Spirit knows. You can just ask for a general reading. We'll pull cards because I know sometimes we're like, I don't want to put that out there, but I want to hear from Spirit. You can just ask for a general reading. It's totally cool. We understand. um, what else? Oh, if anyone makes a donation, I do. I'm so giddy. Can you guys feel the energy today? It's so different from I almost felt like I was going to cry a couple days ago. The energy was so heavy. I think with Pluto going into retrograde, right? But now I just feel like, woo, brightness today. So we must be on the other side of that energy, or in the middle of it, enjoying it. But anyway, sorry. So if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. It's how I make my living and continue to do what I do. So big thank you to all of you who do donate. And but I prioritize those. I step outside of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull extra cards for those. And then once I'm done, I return back and continue down the free list. To make a donation, you can use the super chat. Also in the description box of the video, I got my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever way you want to do it, it's up to you. And dollar amount, I don't look at those either. I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country. And I know not everyone can donate. And so I do honor all of that. If I don't get through all the free readings in a session, I usually will come back on later after I spend some time with my Praying Mantis members and finish it out in the afternoon. So we'll get to you today sometime. All right, I think that's the blah, blah, blah. Let me just check my email here, right? No donations there, and we've got some donations, so we'll start there. Hey, everybody. What was I gonna say something else? Oh, yeah, shout out to also my, YouTube channel members, they're part of the reason why I'm able to offer all the free things I do. So shout out to you. I know we've got, Johanna, I believe, was in here. I think I saw her somewhere. And Magana and Happy Pill, Kritika Malhotra, Grace 1111. You'll see everyone's name in green with a badge, and some of those are winners too. We put out 10 winners yesterday for my Zen Cricket memberships. YouTube gives me 10 every month at the beginning of the month. The first Saturday, I give them away. And so if you ever want to check those out, I do post, how you just have to have your channel membership gifting set to on in order for YouTube to consider to gift it to you. So I like that. All right. So let us get into here. I thought, yeah, Johanna, I did see you. All right, perfect. So let's get into it. So Jeep, you are up first. Up for the donation readings. I am going to continue to use this Animal Guides Tarot here. I like the animal energy for today. Very, I don't know, whimsical, kind of energy. So we'll start there. Let me give these a shuffle. And we will look in here. So, Jeep, thank you. Let me give that donation some love and a like since it lets me do that here. And you want to know your life 1 year from now. And then we'll do your free reading later as well. So 1 year from now, like a little based on current energies and decisions, because, there's so many possibilities and choices. Let's take a look here and see a year from now, what does Spirit want you to know based on current energies and choices. We'll see what we have here. All right. Those 4. That one overall. And what's on the bottom of the deck? All right. So you do on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Death and Rebirth card. So I kind of feel we knew this already, right? You've got this huge transformation that's happening between now and a year from now. I know like May is a huge month for you, and June, I think we kind of looked into that a little bit too already, right? Huge changes. And I just feel like they continue. Just wonderful, beautiful transformations between now and then with the peacock coming in there. A lot of release of things. So I like that. Let's take a look. You're like, yeah. So you have the 8 of Earth, the 8 of Pentacles, and that's great. We have the Parrot. And the 8 of Pentacles is, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and you get the benefit of that in the outside world. So a lot of changes, a lot of movement. You might even, the 8 of Pentacles is about learning and schooling too. If you're interested in taking some additional classes or getting certifications or learning something new, I feel like it's very supported here, and I feel like you do learn a lot. But it's like the apprentice who becomes a master. You're putting in the work, you're doing everything, and you get the reward. So all the stuff does come to fruition. You have a lot of things that you have been working on that you will work on that a year from now, you just are feeling like you've cleared the fields of all these trees and dug up all the stumps and removed the rocks and have treated the soil with fertilizer and compost, it's really rich soil, and you planted the seeds and you've watered it and you de-weeded it and you're keeping things out, and now it's like, all that work you've been doing a year from now, it's like, here comes the harvest, here comes the fruit trees bearing fruit, the bushes, everything. It just feels like there's so much reward that happens from all the work that you do between now and then. Yeah, yeah, definitely positive changes. So you got the 7 of Pentacles here too, the cow, which you have the 8 of Earth, you have the 7 of Earth. And so I like this because it's not like you're getting like all the reward all at once and they're like, now what? I like the progression. I like the patience. I like this energy. And a year from now, too, there is this I want to say like a change of direction for you in some of the things, like, some of the fruit tree, you get some of the fruit of some of your stuff, and you're like, okay, you know what? That was good for what it was, but I don't want to invest in that anymore. So you do have a changes. You have like a annual review of yourself a year from now, and you're like, okay, what did I like? What didn't I like? What am I releasing? What am I letting go? Right. Um, so we have these changes. Yeah, I feel like I don't feel like it's necessarily like school and getting a degree and blah blah blah. I feel like it's with this 8 of Pentacles, it's more like you like production, video production, because I know like videos and stuff, like you're like, wow, or animation, or you learn something that, um is exciting for what you wanna do with your dream of your life, right? It's like, I wanna learn how to animate so I can put that into videos, or something like that. It just feels like it's enhancement of things, but I don't feel like it's like, "Oh, I wanna get a degree in microbiology," or something. It's like, no, this is like something very different, so I like it. Then you have the Page of Fire. So, yeah, a new passion that, a year from now too, you know, this is it's about, being energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. So you definitely I feel like your energy is changing a lot over this next year, that you're getting we've talked about getting out of the lower vibrational energy of what we've been taught, and it's like this, you're just becoming brighter and brighter and brighter. Your countenance is just becoming where, instead of being so serious, I don't mind they're showing me, you're like, why are you so serious, Jeep? But you're like, you have this grin, this smile, this glow about you, from now, and from a year from now, and I feel like it's slowly changing as your energy is changing. So I like that for you. Yeah, and definitely again with the transformation, you've got the butterfly here. So I like this. Yeah, and the 5 of water. Yeah, it makes total sense. Here's this dragonfly along with the butterfly, is big transformational energy. The 5 of cups is, moving from focusing on the lower vibrational spilt cups, stepping into your power of emotional choice with the 2 cups that are usually behind on the 5 of cups, because usually there's someone, oh, look at all these 3 spilt cups, and we're looking at all the stuff that didn't work out emotionally, right? But behind us is the 2 of cups. If we turn around when we're ready, we realize I get to choose what emotion I want to feel in the moment. And then we start choosing higher vibration. That's where the transformation to the dragonfly, you move from swimming around and being a larva in the water to being this dragonfly that zip, 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 and you can fly and go places you wouldn't have gone before, because as a larva in the water, you only can go where the water's at, but when you're a dragonfly, you can fly wherever there's air, which is everywhere usually, right? So I like that transformation. And yeah, 3 of Earth makes sense too. You have this is about being so much more true to your authentic self and allowing your creativity to shine and to come forward. So I like all that, that energy coming in here, because I do feel like over this next year, you are letting go of the preconception of who you thought you were supposed to be, and you're being more true to yourself, higher vibration. more creativity and flow coming into. And yes, you do have love. You have the 10 of cups and the 9 of earth. You have financial independence, so you're really feeling secure in the outside world. Um, and the 10 of cups. So you do have the feeling of joy and overflowing. So I do feel like you do find love between now and then. and and I don't feel like you're married yet. With the 9 of pentacles, that is kind of like still being like living alone, but it doesn't mean that you're not, having love and everything, with all of that too. So I love that. It's like this joy, and that is part of your smiling and your fullness, but I feel like it has to do so much about your energetic and mental choice changes too, about what you're focusing on and letting go of a lot of the expectations and supposed tos and shoulds of life. And I feel like you're not existing. I feel like you're learning to live, which is what you've been working on, right? Yeah, yeah, and when we talked about your May, oh my gosh, your May month is going to be huge. You have huge possibilities, huge changes. June, so you've already been changing. You know, you're already looking at things differently. But I feel like May is a huge okay, and June, May and June are huge catalysts of this leaping because I feel like you make really significant choices in the next 2 months. So I like it for you. Right? So that's a little tidbit of what they want you to know. They don't wanna tell you at all. They gotta give you something to look forward to, right? Alright, but that's what they have for you right now, Jeep, so many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Alright, and then a supernova. Hello, hello. So we've got your 3, and then Brenda, we got a couple, and then Crow's Nest, you'll be up after that. So, supernova, hello, hello. Thank you for your multiple donations, and thank you for your first one with your emoticon of wow, excitement. What's happening? So let's take a look here. Your first question is, what do you need to know right now? Sup? What's up? All right, let's take a look here, see what we got going on here. What do you need to know right now? All right. And that one there. That one too. Okay, of course. There's one card that came out, and I'm like, "Is that one of your cards or not? I'm not sure." And then, of course, it's the Empress. You have to get the Emperor. Okay, Empress card received. Check. So, remembering who you are, you are Empress Supernova. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, you do have. Oh my gosh. So, oh wow, wow, what the heck? So you're in a period of huge transformational changes because literally the bottom of the deck, and you guys know I've been using these cards all weekend. So to have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 major arcana on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Empress, which is of course new birth, creativity, all of that. You've got the Hanged Man, the Awakening card, which is all about transformation, and change. You've got the Moon card, which is the Mother Luna and really being in tune with your emotions. You got the Ego card, the Devil card, which is the shaking and the rattling that's going on. You got the Magician card, I'm just gonna show you them all. And you got the Death and Rebirth card, and you got the Chariot card. I know, what the hell? So a lot of significant, lessons and experiences that are happening right now. That's the bottom of the deck. The first 2 cards, I haven't looked at the others yet. The first 2 cards are 2 more major arcana with the Tower and the Justice card coming in. So Definitely, there's significant sudden changes, big changes, major construction happening. It's like, towers are being removed, things are being moved in, you know, and we have Pluto, we just went into Pluto retrograde. So Scorpio rebirth energy hugely in Aquarius. So there's this huge alteration already for humanity, but I just feel like it's hitting you in your birth chart and significant deconstruction to make construction. So things are just move it out of the way. Old stuff that doesn't serve, they're clearing the stage. It's like they're showing me like someone who's been on tour for like a year, right? It's like Lady Gaga, she had her this tour that she went on and she had all the stuff that followed her. It's like, okay, that tour is over. All this stuff needs to be deconstructed and we're building a new tour, a new stage, a new, whole process, right? And that's what I feel like is coming in for you is there's just like this significant movement preparing you to go forward here. And so I like all this. I mean, I don't think they're all in order, are they? 7, 13? No, because I've got jump from 1 to 13 to, well, you got 7 and 12. So they're all, and I like it that they didn't like all come out, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're like all over the place, which is great. But the core of it is the Empress. They wanted to make sure that that card stood out among them all. Come back to you. No matter what the changes are that are unfolding around the outside, just come back to you, to your empress, to your creativity, to, this nurturing of yourself, because that's what your whole journey is about, is nurturing you as you question all the stuff you got from the outside world. You're realizing all of that is a stage. The world is your stage, right? But you, who you are, is on the inside, not the stage. The stage is an illusion, right? You are true to you, and I feel like that's what they're wanting you to focus on. Let's see what these other three cards are. Oh, not a major arcana. How disappointing. I don't know if there's any left. But you got the Nine of Fire, and I like this energy that's coming in here because this one talks about, you've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. It's the perseverance card. And so this energy that's coming in here for you is about just, let your core be the empress and know that, like anything else, you're going to get through this. I know you're only 18 years old, but still, you've got 18 years behind you and lifetimes as well from the past that you've overcome so much. It's just an illusion. It's just a stage. It can get taken care of. We got great stage hands. That are helping. All you need to focus in on is you, the song that you're gonna sing to the world of about you. And that's the core of it all. Doesn't matter what else is happening on stage. You could be like in this you know, acoustic with you with a guitar and a microphone, and that's everything you need on stage, right? But, the stage is full of other stuff, pyrotechnics and dancers and whatever. All that stuff comes in, but what's really important is the empress that is there, right? Yeah, and you have the 9 of fire and you have the 10 of fire. So, you've got the being aware of your energy and just, the 10 of fire is like, 10 of wands is we can get pulled out into the world and have like, again, it's like pretty much reaffirming what I just said, where you have all this stuff that you're focusing on. But when you go all this stuff of urgent, 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 it's like, yeah, but what's important? Getting back to what's important with the Empress and getting back to what's important in your life, realizing that everything happening out here again is illusion and part of the play, part of the performance, but it doesn't mean it defines you, right? And I feel like that's important for you to know with all this. Yeah. The three of water. I love it. Three of cups. Here is your posse of support. These are your stage hands making themselves known, zipping around, getting things taken care of. This is about your community and about support too, but more so it's about your spiritual posse, that is surrounding you, always around you. You're always have their it's like you're, in someone famous, you don't know, everything that's going on in the outside world is all uh, drama and for the sake of, everyone's experience, but your posse, your true posse of support are always with you, traveling with you, being around you, supporting you. And it doesn't matter what's in the tabloids or what other people are saying. Your true posse who has your back and knows you, their opinion is the one that matters. And they have this, this wonderful this unconditional love and support for us. So, I mean, we want that opinion. I'm gonna focus on that one because they know me more than anyone else, and they're the smart ones, and so I'm gonna trust their opinion. They unconditionally love me, and that's what they're kinda saying to you too there. So, so that's what they have for that one. Let's see what we have here. You love how your dream is mentioned. Yeah, and exactly. Drama. Yay, spiritual guides. Yep. Yeah. I love it. All the other stuff is yeah, it's not even it's fake turds, it's they're props. Everything else on stage is props. It's the dancers are characters, the props, everything else is just props. It's for the sake of the performance. But what's true and real is what's inward within us, right? Right. So that's what they have for the first one. And then your second one here, thank you for the piece of pie. Yum, yum. Um, and for the donation, of course. And you want to know, what do you need to know about the situation with your mamacita and with family getting involved in your life? Whoa. All right. Let's take a look here and see what they want you to know. Drama. Speaking of drama, well, that makes sense, though. I know all those major arcana are crazy. All right, so let's take a look here and see what. We'll focus on Mama first, so I feel like hers is separate, and then what about the rest of the family here? Okay, all right, throw those here. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, yeah, you've got both the uh, Knight of Water, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups has to do with childhood and past life connections too. But there is movement. I love the Frog Prince here. It's all about, emotional movement and yeah, it's funny. You need another fairy tale, you need more, information on, for your songs. You need more drama for your songs, like, how they always picked on Taylor Swift about she needs to date more people to get more songs. They were so mean to her. I love Taylor Swift. Such a beautiful soul. Um, but it's like, do you need more drama? Maybe that's what's happening. But there's this movement, there's a lot of stuff that, has this, energy and, type of stuff that gets in there, right? Um, and so it's like, what stories are unfolding, things are bubbling up. It's always a reflection for us. And when we realize that everyone's else's actions and their uh, I don't want to say initiative, but their motivation is that they want to be loved and be lovable. And so everything everyone expresses, every human expresses the fear of feeling like I'm not lovable and I fear that I'm not, or an expression of love. And so when there are expressions of unlove, then we know that that's in fear, and there's fear that's triggering in others. If I'm concerned about their fear actions, that means my inner child feels unsafe and out of control, and I'm starting to experience unlove in response to that, my little inner child hitting the fire alarm. Beep, beep, I am feeling uncomfortable. I feel unsafe. I feel out of control. So when other people start to feel out of control and fear ignites, if I'm aware and I see it start to happen, I'm like, "Uh-oh," I'm gonna put up my love shield because I'm starting to see people freaking out. I'm like, if I don't put up my love shield, then some lava coming from these volcanoes that are erupting out there, it's gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna activate, and I'm gonna explode, and my lava is gonna flow too. So, I like this, that part of all this is about learning about emotional flow, so that you can witness it and understand it and experience it while you're within it, if that makes sense. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So you got the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups, which is self-love, and the Seven of Cups. There's the family with all the drama. They're like, "Hello." A lot of emotional confusion that's hitting there, but I mean, you've got 4 cups cards already, right? Emotions, emotions, emotions. And these were about mom, and here's the Ace of Fire. Here's mama, here's you and your mom. So there is this friction that has ignited, but I feel like it's your mom wanting to get involved in your life because I feel like mama bear, mama protective bear is kicking in here. And in addition to being concerned about what people would think of her, depending on what happens to you, she also is genuinely concerned and has love for you and wants to, protect you. And so that's, what kicks in and what, happens there. So I want to get involved in your life because I want you to have a better life than me, and I want you to be protected. And they're rehearsing life through their own experiences that they've had in their life, and they're just trying to protect you. So that's a lot of what's happening with mom, with your family here. Let's take a look here. Yeah, with your family getting involved, you got the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, which is this desire to have a safe, solid foundation in the outside world. And I feel like is it how do they say, if mom's happy, everyone else is happy. If mom's not happy, everyone else is unhappy. I feel like they're trying to find a solid foundation, and they're like, they're trying to fit in to make sure that they're not the ones that are impacting it, but they also want to make sure you're not rocking the boat and causing home life to be rattled. They're like, we just need it to be quiet. We just need to be sit still, And so that's why, we've got the Three of Wands here, which is, a change of direction. It's like a path. They're trying to, in a way, trying to guide you as well. Like you need to be on the path that's acceptable, that doesn't make waves. What you're trying to do isn't normal. You have you need to be normal. And you're like, have I ever been normal? Why has it ever worked trying to make me be normal? Well, and they have, and they've got also with the Ten of Fire, urgent, urgent, urgent. I feel like there's a lot of urgency in a lot of your family's life. It's like they will focus on urgent at the sacrifice of important, and it's like, well, this has to be done right now. And it's like, does it though? And I just feel like there's this, um, fire in their belly trying to, control so many things that are outside of their control. And, it's almost, I don't want to say like they're bullying you, but it's like a bully is what I'm feeling, where when they feel out of control at home, their own home, they want to try to control things outside of the home because that makes them feel like, at least I feel like I'm in control of something. And so I just feel like that's kind of, um, you know, um, uh, they're just trying to find their own stability in the outside world, and it happens. You're a catalyst of change, and that's one of the big purposes. You chose your family, and they chose you, as they wanted you to be this spitfire, this person, this rebel. That's I'm gonna do what I want to do, and they're like, but they wanted to do what they wanted to do, but they got scared, and they haven't done what they wanted to do. So they've got that kind of energy. So that's what's going on with them. Just realize this is about their fears. If their volcanoes are erupting of unlove, just put up your little forest field of beautiful love energy and realize, oh, even though it seems like they're attacking you, they're not. They're acting out of fear because what's going on in their life. So you don't have to react if you don't want to. um, you know, you can respond with love and go, "Oh, well, thanks for caring about me." Because that's really what's going on at the root of it all is they love and they care about you. Otherwise, they like, whatever, do what you want, you know. But they have you know, this reaction to what's going on in their life along with all that too. So you can look at it and realize it's not about you. Their actions are not about you. And just sit in that. I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you. Nova Nova for that one. And then number three, the poop. Of course, we have to have the Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo emoticon. So thank you for that one. And for that one, you want to know, is the event situation that just occurred with your mom for a higher reason? Okay, let's take a look here. Always. That's funny. It's always for a higher reason. We experience life through our human eyes and we think, oh, this person's doing that because of that, and this person's doing that because of that, and blah, 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 blah. And we understand why the human has been triggered. But when we are able to see things behind the scenes, from up above, below the surface, whole other reason, right? And some of it we won't even realize until we're, on the other side, going, oh, that's why that happened. I see the whole scheme of thing, this like this giant um whatever tapestry. Our we have one thread that goes through it. We don't understand how our one thread impacted the whole tapestry, usually till we're on the other side and we're have the capacity to comprehend, wow, look at how my life was intertwined with so many others and how someone on the other side of the world impacted me, and then I impacted this person, and they impacted someone across the world over there, type of energy that comes in. So it is an important, part of all that. So, all right. So let's take a look here. What is the higher reason for this event with your mom? All right. We got that one and that one. Okay. And that one. So, you know, bottom of the deck, you got the seven of Earth, which is, of course, patience. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So, they're usually right. I think probably one of the things that the higher purpose for everything in human life always includes teaching us patience, experiencing the journey, which is actually true. On the other side, our higher self, we don't get to experience um, going from one location to another or learning something new because we want to know something, we know it, we want to be somewhere, we're there. But this is the journey here on earth of slowness, of step by step getting to somewhere. And I feel like that's a part of the higher purpose is to allow you to be present and learn to be in the now instead of the past or the future. When you look at whatever event your mom went through, it's like that's an event in time, but that's already gone. That's already in the past. That was moments ago. That's not the now. That's not here where we're at, right? And the anxiety comes in when we go, well, that means in the future, blah, 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 or whatever we're worried about. Or in the past, when that happened, this is what it means. So I like that, kind of thing of learning. Oh, yeah, okay, I can go through this. I can, um, I can come back to this moment and go, okay, but sometimes the reason why we as children learn focus on the past, because when I did that I got punished, I did that. We're trying to learn of how to act to keep ourselves safe, so we look to the past for that, and then the future we're like, what if we got to keep ourselves safe. When we turn to this, like going back to that empress, when you realize that you have everything you need inside of yourself, then you don't look to the outside world with anxiety. You can be in the moment because you go, I got everything I need. No, I'm happy for no reason at all. No one can take it away. I am joy. That's my natural state. I am unconditional love. I am powerful. I'm eternal. So the rest of this is just an expression and experience, right? Yeah. And we can't yeah, we usually can't control a whole lot of what's happening in the outside world, but the biggest thing we learn is that I get to control what story I put to it, what emotion I want to feel, what energy I put forward in my physical action in it. Can't control anyone else's, and thank God I don't have control over that, because then I would feel responsible for everyone else's choices. But I don't have to. I get to choose for me. That's the lifetime of decades of being a manager and supervisor. In corporate life, you learn you can't control people. You can try with very little, like 0% success rate. The success rate is there only because it's something they already wanted to do anyway. It's like, look, they did what I wanted them to do. They're like, yeah, yeah, that's right. I did what you wanted me to do. And then it's like, no, they wanted it to do it anyway, So it's funny. So that is what we have for that so far. So that was the bottom of the deck, and you've got, the 5 of fire is understanding the energy, how you can transform energy from something that feels conflicting to something that feels loving, right? You have the death and the rebirth card in here too. It's about how to put an end to the way that you're looking at something and change it, and how you can change the story like that, right? It's like in one moment I can be like, "Oh god, this is horrible." The next moment, not. And there's a story which is great for everyone. It's the in ancient times, in like the Orient, when, it was a blessing um when someone had a horse, because they were transportation, they helped you plow your fields and all this. Well, in this village there was this old man, a grandpa, who was raising his grandson because he had lost his parents. And so he was raising them, but they didn't have a horse on the farm. So the townspeople were like, oh, that's a bad thing, right? And then a storm came raging through, and it scared a horse into their barn and got trapped. And people were like, oh, wow, that's a great thing, right? Like, yay. And then another storm came through like 3 weeks later, and it knocked down a fence and the horse escaped. Oh, it's a bad thing, the townspeople. And then, because they treated the horse so well, it returned with four of its friends. So now they had five horses. And of course, the townspeople were like, whoa, what a great thing. And then when the grandson was trying to tame one of the horses, he got bucked off and broke his leg, and made one of his legs lame, where he had to have a crutch to walk around on it. Oh, the townspeople, oh, that's a bad thing. But the next month, the emperor of their region declared war on the emperor in the other region, and all able-bodied young men had to go to war, almost facing certain death. And so the townspeople, yay, it shows that we don't know when a good thing or a bad thing is. And so it's a great story because it is this, beautiful transformation that happens and how we can change a story moment by moment, right? Oh, it was a good thing. Oh, wait, it's a bad thing. Oh, it's a good thing. Oh, it's a bad thing. Or it's just neutral, right? And I like this purpose, this higher purpose of learning around this situation that you can see it and go, oh, okay, yeah. And you got the Six of Earth, Six of Pentacles coming in, this balancing energy of the outside world, really talking about, um, this goes back to one of my Take 10 with Zen. I'm just going to pop it out here for everyone. It's episode 5. Here's episode 4 and 5. This is just good for everyone. But, there is this, realization of what was I taught when I was younger, usually 7 years old and younger, about how much I have to give in order to receive, right? I have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back. As children, we feel like we give so much, but parents and people and important people in our life don't have a whole lot of opportunity to give to us, because they're so busy and everything. But as children, we think, oh, that's fair. I give 1,000, you give me one. All right. And then it sinks into our subconscious. And that's what, rules and runs below the surface, and that is a lot of, what allows us, our inner child, to go what we deserve or not. And I feel like there's a part of this process of showing you that about yourself, but also about where your mom's coming from. And if you look at your mom as someone who has had so much that's rejected out of her life, like she tries so hard and doesn't get a whole lot, that there's this old belief when she was younger that she doesn't deserve it. And she's trying so hard to make sure you don't have that, but I feel like it's a beautiful mirror reflection for you to understand what's that below. So if you haven't checked out, I think you've checked out that video, but I feel like you've changed, so check it out again. All right. And then we've got the King of Fire coming in here. And this is that Emperor energy of that you get to choose. You are the one in charge of your life. Everyone else, we have all those advisors in our ear about supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. But this is about taking charge. And I decide for me, not being, a douchebag about it, but being a knight around it, right? It's like, a prince who's very fiery will off of their heads, rah, 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 and I declare war. Whereas a king of wands, they've been through things, they understand. Choose your battles. You don't have to go to war with every region that says something. You can be like, let's be diplomatic. Let me, I don't need to take what they have to say personally and go attack their kingdom. I can be like, all right, they're in fear and that's why they're acting out. And me as the king of my kingdom, I can go, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? So I like that. All right, and yeah, so that's whatever the higher purpose around with mom happening there. All right. Great. I'm glad that was helpful. And thank you again so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. And then I do see a couple more down below, so we'll get to those eventually as well. So we'll circle back around here momentarily. All right. I love those. So, Brenda, thank you so much for your dual donations over here, the unicorn and the thinker. Let's take a look here. So the first one here you have is for Matthew and you. You don't know what's up with him and Fernanda because they unfriended, but he posted something for you yesterday. In love, feelings, thoughts, and actions. All right, let's take a look here and see what is going on with the Matthew. All right. Right. And then kind of just want to see what's going on with them and Fernanda. I just gonna get nosy here for a moment All right. Yeah, there is this between the two of them, the 9 of Earth is the 9 of Pentacles. It's like this desire to be alone, to be separate from each other. It's independence. And the Queen of Air, it's a balancing of head and heart. I don't feel like um like it's not fiery, like I hate you and stuff. It just feels like they just balancing the stuff in their life, clearing of things out. It feels very, like I said, it's a very balanced, self-sufficient approach, and they're just kind of like, I'm ready for to be away from you for a while, and it's all right. It's not a you know, well, I don't I feel it's independent of each other. I don't feel like it has anything to do with you or anyone, like that. I just feel like they're at both at a point in their life. They're like, I'm clearing things out. I'm clearing things off of my list and, really simplifying things. And so they're unfriending and doing all this stuff. They're just kind of like detaching a bit from social media in a way where they're like, I don't want all my business everywhere else. And if it's not someone I'm interacting with, it's kind of that approach, not so much like reactive of you angered me, you're out. It's more, it feels calm with all that. So hopefully that helps. Um, and then let's see what else they have here for you. All right. Well, so definitely I got 3 fire cards with, looking at, like, their interaction with you. So, I do feel like they have this passion, this, you know, uh, energetic and physical attraction towards you, and you're like, "Yeah, I know," because you got the 8 of Wands, which is a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. But they're also I feel like they have a lot going on in their life right now too, because we've got the Page of Fire, which is new passion, new things happening, and the 3 of Wands, which is a change of direction in their life too. So it just feels here like their life is like a giant inferno. Like there's all this stuff happening in their life, right? And part of all that, that's what I feel like you're one of the bees in, that their energy is focused on. But they've got all this energy, all this stuff that they're just go, 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 go. I just feel like they're constantly on the move um with all this energy here. So I don't feel like I don't have any earth in regards to this situation. So I don't feel like they're grounded. I don't feel like they're emotional. I don't feel like they're thinking a whole lot. You know, I just feel like they're just go, go, go. And as they say, it's like one of the Air Force things of the United States Air Force. It's Mach 10 with your hair on fire or something like that. And that's what I feel is coming in there with them is, that they're on this um, you know, zoom, 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 because when you're talking about love, feelings, thoughts, actions, it's more passionate action than it would be, anything else. And I just feel like that's all that they're able to give right now because when they're on fire, all they can give you is fire. When they're grounded, they can give you grounding and different things. And we're in Aries moon energy right now too. So, if they are someone that you feel is up, down, up, down, up, down all over the place, I feel like they're really impacted by moon energy. But there's a lot of fire that's going on with all this. So passion is raging, but that's about it when I look at all these cards. But so much about the direction of their life, they just don't have I feel like I have adult, what's it? ADHD, adult deficit, whatever disorder, where I can't focus on anything much for too long. I'm just jumping from jumping from jumping from jumping. This is the energy I'm feeling from them. Um, so hopefully that helps with that, Brenda. It's like, yeah, let them it's like if you ever saw is it Marvel or whoever, Fantastic Four, where they have a person who's flame on and they're and their flame is like that's what they're showing to me in my head is so many like you don't want to be around them when they're flaming on because you'll get burned. So you're like when they calm down, then I'll feel like I can be around you without catching my clothes on fire. So hopefully that helps. All right. And then your second question, thank you for your additional donation. You want to know, let's see. So Airwick, I love Airwick. So he's back calling you babe and such. I know, right? He's so bipolar sometimes. I don't know, and I don't mean anything derogatory for anyone that's bipolar. It's just they're up and down and up and down. So let's take a look here and see what's going on with him. Ah, very nice, right? It's like a rubber band. It's like they're here or they're way over there. It's like, you're getting whiplash. So let's take a look here and see what's going on with Eric. What do they want you to know here? So first of all, we'll ask you. I know you want to know, will you communicate today? All right. And then what else? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, he's so funny. You are a very patient person. So the first card that came out is the Empress card here. And the Empress, and this was like, oh, is he gonna contact you today? I feel like he will. He's in this the Empress is birthing and sensuality and mothering. And I feel like, they go into this energy here of the bottom of the deck, the Star card and the Two of Water, the lovebirds, the dream come true. When it's like they go into this, when they're calmed down and they're not in fear, they can really embrace this. This is like you're a dream come true. You're everything someone could want. And it's true. And you know it. You're intelligent, you are in tune with your emotions, you're organized, you're a great mom, you are a great lover, you are a great partner, you're so supportive, you give so much, right? Who wouldn't? I know, when people would break up with me and not that I'm tooting my own horn, but I think I'm a good catch when I was interested in relationships. And they'd be like, "Oh, I miss you." I go, "I know, who wouldn't miss me?" Because, um, there's this, you do. I would overgive. I was an overgiver. I was an enabler in codependent relationships. So, who doesn't want someone who's a giving, 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 and overgiving, right? And doesn't expect a whole lot back, and even doesn't want a whole lot back. Who doesn't want that? But, you know, there are I feel like when they're in this good spot, they're like, "Yay," they do feel this way, right? "Oh, today's his birthday." No one will celebrate his birthday. He says he's too old and pessimistic. You're like, "Okay, so what I'm hearing is you don't wanna celebrate your birthday." "No, no, 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 no." Alright, let's see what else is coming in here. Yeah, we got the Wheel of Fortune, so, you know, this is the fate's wheel. I feel like the wheel, it's like playing Wheel of Fortune. You spin the wheel today, what is it gonna end up on? That's funny. I've never had that come through in this card, but that's what I'm showing it, you know? Right. Yeah, of course, you acknowledged it. You would. Um, that's one of the things he loves is you treat him special, right? But it's like day by day, you spin the wheel, what is it gonna land on? Like the Wheel of Fortune game show, right? Is it gonna land on 1,000, 100, or bankruptcy? Or is it the trip I'm winning? It's like, what is gonna happen? It's right? It's like, what are you gonna know? So right now, yeah, we've got see when they're at rest. This is the 4 of swords, right? This is the when they're mentally stable, right? When they have peace of mind, they're out of their fears. Look at how wonderful things are. But when they go into fear, they do become that 2-year-old, right? So, I do see that here. Um, yeah, because then here comes the 5 of air. So it goes from 4 of air to 5 of air. It goes from sleepy into here comes this, when things start to go on the inside. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it progresses, right? 4, 5, 7. It kind of skips the 6 of swords. So, you know, I it's like spirit is saying enjoy it while you have it because you don't know when you spin the wheel what what it's going to end up on next. So like when you have that big problem to solve on the board, the phrase, what is the phrase when you hit the $1,000 jackpot on the wheel of fortune? You really are careful about which letters am I choosing because I want to get a bunch of those. Is there a T? T, 5 T's, that's $5,000. All right, how about an R? Yeah, da, 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 da. And if you're like, well, when it's the $100 one or whatever, you're like, well, I'll buy a vowel. It's it's funny that you're doing this whole Wheel of Fortune game going on in your head. But there's this, be aware of what it is. It's like, you know, tomorrow you could, again spin the wheel and oh, bankruptcy, now they're gone. They're not there again, right? And that's what I feel like they're saying is you're like, there's wonderful when they're present, but when things, when they get any struggles, then then they're gone again, right? That's all about knowing that that's the possibility and that's who they are right now and not to expect, you know, believe what they're showing you of who they are right now. They're not consistent, they're inconsistent. So enjoy the consistency, enjoy when if you want to, right? If you're like, "Oh, I'll enjoy when you're close and then when you're gone, you're gone." And if I'm still available when you come back, then I'll enjoy it, but I'm not going to put my life in your hands. I'm not going to put the stability of my life in your unstable hands. Show me stability over months, then maybe. But right now, and I like that to be careful. Just be in it with your eyes wide open. Don't close your eyes going, oh, this is something that it's not. And then you fall, right? It's like, oh, like the trust thing, right? Where they're like, fall backwards, I got you. Don't close your eyes and fall backwards. Go, how about I'll fall forwards, but I'm gonna do it with my eyes open to see if you're gonna catch me or not. It's like, no, that's okay. You know, that's what I feel right now, because until they show you differently. Because you have the 7 of fire, which I like this for you. The gecko in the fire suit is the protection from risk. And that makes total sense now with everything we just said. Just protect yourself and your children from risk and go, you know what? If it's a boat that floods and sinks, then you're like, I'm not going to go. It's okay to go on a little lake near shore on a canoe that, has some patches that need to be done because it keeps on taking on water because you can get to shore, but you're not going to take it on a cruise into a deep ocean, right? You're just going to be like, I'll enjoy it for what it is until I don't. And like putting permanency in it, I don't feel is what your spirit guides are encouraging you to do. Unless you want to experience more disappointment, which is always delicious, but I don't know, just to trust that it's like, oh, that wasn't a fluke. The 2 or 3 times that they've come back and gone and come back and gone and come back and gone, it's like, oh, those weren't, you know, like I said, flukes. They weren't, oh, one-offs. It's a pattern, and they've shown you a pattern, so believe the pattern until the pattern stops. or until you get tired of the pattern and you're like, you know what, I'm okay. Well, I want to get back together. Well, you know what? Let's just hang out. Let's just, you're not able to give me that because they can't give themselves that. They can't give you that. So, so if that is okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. Just take it for what it is. They're showing you what you can expect and what you can't expect from them. And when you expect something from them they can't give you, that's when we experience disappointment, right? Expectations equal disappointment. And it's like, you know what? If I expect you to come and go, wow, I'm like you're living up to my expectations. But if I expect you to be consistent and they're not, then I'm disappointed. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like your journey is finding your security within yourself, and then the instability of the outside world doesn't matter because you're finding your solidity and stability in here, inward and upward, right? So I like that. Wheel of Fortune. Let's spin what's happening today. So so there you go. All right. I love that for you, Brenda. I mean, you just have grown so much in a short amount of time. I love it. All right. So that's it for those. And thank you again for your dual donations. And then Crow's Nest, you are up. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like since it lets me. All right, Jessica, you want to know who is coming in love for you in the near future? All right. Let's see what we've got here. Just give me a good shuffle. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my coffee here, too. All right. So what is coming in here for love? And I feel like that one and then those two are kind of crossed. We'll see what that's going on there. And this one. The possibility of that one. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we've got with love coming in here for you, Crow's Nest. Yeah, like a kid, right? Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Brenda. I feel that's especially when we open up, we open up our hearts in intimacy because I can feel that with you. It's not just sex. It's magic, it's emotion, and it's like it takes vulnerability, right? And if they're just like treating you, that in that manner, you're like, you know what, I am protecting myself. And that's good. I like it. All right. Well, look at this for you, Crow's Nest. You got the Nine of Cups, which is coming in here, which is all about emotional dreams come true. And the renewal, card here, which is the, judgment card. It's this higher calling, and seeing things from this, higher perspective. So I like this, adjustment, the 20, which is normally two X's, it's like double endings, double new beginnings coming in here too. And I like this. I just feel like there's been this transformation that's been going on inside of you about understanding. It's like on one hand, you've been understanding what I don't want. And then on the other hand, what I do want, right? And it's been like this um, clarity that's coming in a lot. You got on the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles, and the Tower card, and the Three of Swords, which is normally, a heart with three swords stuck in it. In this case, it's two birdies. But, you've got all this change that's happened here with, beliefs of like you're realizing that love and the relationships you had weren't happening to you. I feel like you're really seeing how they were happening for you. And it's been helping you understand what you don't want, what you won't accept in your heart in a relationship, and what you can't expect from others that you have to find from within your own self. The 9 of Cups, 9 is the hermit's journey, cups, of course, emotion. Realizing I'm the only one that can give me the love that I'm looking for. Doesn't mean that I'm going to stop wanting love from the outside world, but I'm not expecting it to be something it can't be. And I'm feeling inward and upward and overflowing. And then when they give me something, it's above and beyond extra. So I feel like this big transformation, this renewal. Again, that judgment card is your higher self calling you, going, I can give you that. And then everyone else gives you those things. I talk a lot about Spirit gave me a great analogy that made so much sense. They love speaking in stories to me because I learn a lot and grasp things better through story. And it's a 10-course meal that we're looking for with 2 desserts, but the outside world is just a giant dessert bar that can offer you 3rd dessert, 4th dessert, 5th dessert, but you're looking for your heart is hungry for real food and nutrition. All it gets is desserts and empty calories out there. So we go inward and upward, and we're like, "Oh, there's the 10-course meal and the 2 desserts." We can always make room for more dessert, so we don't go like, "All right, I'm cutting off the outside world." We're like, "Oh, no, guys can bring me dessert, but it's not important to us anymore," right? When we get to someone bringing a 7th dessert and, um, with the 7th dessert that they're, giving, if they would have held it back, would have been like, "No, not my dessert." Now we're like, I'm so full, you can take that. That's all right. I'm not It doesn't impact us like it would. I feel like this is the journey that you have been on, and that's really you're getting into the blossoming stage of this. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Because you have the Knight of Fire coming in here, which is so there is going to be passion coming your way. And I feel like it's coming soon here for you. Yep. Yes. So you are ready. Got the 8 of Fire, which is, again, quick, and a lot of passion coming in, and you got the Lovebirds, the 2 of Cups. So you are ready for seeing this in a different way than you had before, and, yeah, the 3 of Water, joy and celebration coming in here too. You know, um, I feel like part of what is unfolding here with that 3 of Cups, it feels like that's, like, community, that's, like, best friends, that's, like, finding this, like best friends who will be with you the rest of your life, right? And the 3 of you are like what brings you joy and consistency, and you have this friendship, deep love with these. I feel like there's like 2 individuals because, you know, you have the 3 of you that are flying around here. And and that's what is a strong foundation, like you guys support one another. 'Cause I feel like you might, like, shrink who you are and dim your light to try to become who you think other people think you should be. It's a common thing that we humans do. But at some point, you realize, I'm gonna be me and stay me and not shrink, and this has to do with the self-love you found, but also this reinforcement of these mirrors. These 3 of you really keep each other in check about, "Hey, where you going? Why you dimming your light? Oh, that's right, I'm doing that again," and you guys called each other out. "Hey, where are you? Haven't heard from you in a few days. Are you abandoning your friends for love again? Oh, damn it, I did it again." I used to do that. My friends would be like, "You evidently found love because we haven't heard from you in 2 weeks." And I'm like, "Oops, yep." I would abandon my entire life to make them my life. So I feel like this is a beautiful thing that's unfolding here. I feel like if you don't already have these 2 besties who you guys are such peas in a pod, different enough, but also, you hold each other accountable in beautiful, loving ways. And if not, you meet them first, and then this other love comes in. So I love this journey for you. And that's what's coming in for you there at Crow's Nest. So I feel like that's the progression of how things will be unfolding. So many, many blessings to you. Right. Scrolling down here. So, Patty, you are up next. Let's give yours some love and a like there. And then we'll have Supernova to Jennifer and then Courtney. That's where we're at with the donations right now. And thank you guys so much for all your patience in me getting to your readings. For people with free reading requests, of course, I prioritize donations, and I dive deeper into those too, obviously, as you see. And then if I don't complete all these I'm going to be on for about 40 more minutes. And then I'll head off and go hang out with my Praying Mantis members and then get something to eat. And then I'll be back on and I will finish all free readings today. It just might be a couple hours. So thank you guys for all your patience. And if you do want to prioritize your reading a donation of any kind, we'll also do that. Right. All right. So let's take a look here, Patty. You want to know how are things looking for you on the financial front? All right. Let's take a look at those. So financial, they want that one and that one. And these two. All right. Look at that. And then any promising love interest in the cards for you. Let's take a look here. See what they want you to know around love right now. And those three. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, yeah, definitely the financial front, you've got some great things coming here. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which is one of the big abundant cards for finances in the outside world. You've also got the Wheel of Fortune, which of course is like that same energy. You got the 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles, which is also about like financial independence, and it's another one of those wish come true abundance cards. So those three alone could just stop and go, it's wonderful. But we also have the Magician and the Balance card, which is the not Temperance. It's yeah, it's the card 14. No, 11 is, no, 14 is Temperance. It's balancing out. I was thinking of number 11, the Strength card and they're blanking it out right now because they're like, it is Temperance. So it's patience and balance of things coming in, that they will come in here for you. And with the Magician card coming in, normally it's like they're going back and forth with, here and there, and you know, um, it takes time for things. But this is with this Magician card and the Wheel of Fortune and all this, it's saying that it's turning to gold now because it takes time as it goes back and forth between the two cups that things unfold there. Um, and But now it's the energy, the magic is happening with that Magician, and things are coming to fruition. So I feel like you're going to be getting some big news and abundance that's flowing in some different variety of different ways, whatever abundance would mean for you in your life. So I like that there. So I really, really like that. You're welcome, Crow's Nest. And Justice card is what I was thinking of before, but that's not it. This is the temperance, and the patience that you've been having is worth it because it's getting ready to turn to gold. So very positive things coming in financially, Patty. And then let's take a look here at love in the air here for you and see what we got coming in here. All right. Well, you got the 9 of Earth for your finances, and you get the 9 of Cups for romance, which is emotional dreams come true. So it is in the cards that you do have love that will be headed your way here. There's just some that you're working on here. The 3 of Air, which is the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak and disappointment, and I feel like those are of the past. The Chariot card is this movement beyond here, and, the Chariot tells us of our power of choice, both of the story we put to things, the emotions we feel in a moment, our energy we put forward, and our physical action. And I feel like what's happening here is you really, um have been focusing on, through time here. And I feel like they're saying they can use some more review of emotions that are below the surface that created some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about, expectations, because expectations equal disappointment, right? If we have a long list of things that we think are supposed to be in a relationship, like who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How we're supposed to meet, how it's supposed to unfold, what it's supposed to be, supposed to, post, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. All those are these fears. Like, what if it doesn't? What does it mean about me? And there's this transformation that's coming with all this of realizing that it doesn't matter what a relationship is. I'm the one that's always going to be putting the story to it. And I can choose a story of higher vibration or lower vibration. Lower vibration draws in more lower vibration things, higher vibration brings higher vibration things. So I feel like there's this realization that comes in with this Three of Swords that my heart cannot be broken. And I know, "Huh, what?" What was that stuff I felt when I had disappointments, right? I know that first cut is the deepest when you fall in love and they betray or it doesn't work out or whatever. And it's like, well, was that pain in my heart if heartbreak isn't true? And Spirit showed me that same feeling that we get is when, like, someone my brother would scare the crap out of me, it'd be like, "Oh, that's the prick in my heart." Like, but why does this heartbreak, why does it feel like it goes on and on and on? And they showed me, like, when my brother would scare me, and I would scare him too, to be fair, it was what we did. Um, when I realized it was him, "Oh, you fool," then it would stop. The fear, the panic would go away. But when we have emotional scares, right? Heartbreak, betrayal, whatever those things that we feel, the prick in our heart is us having an emotional scare where we feel we're unlovable, we're not going to find love again. It means something about us. People are going to hate us. We fear rejection. It's an emotional thing that doesn't get resolved right away. It's an emotional belief that keeps looping. But when we get distracted, it stops, right? Until we realize, oh, that's right, I'm heartbroken. The fear, or oh, they did this. I'm not going to find love again. Then that scare happens, and then it keeps looping until we go to sleep. Then it stops. And when we wake up, we're like, then we remember, and then it starts. But that's why what heartbreak is really just fear being activated, emotional scares. And when we realize that, I feel like there's a big change that happens here in fearing love. I don't need to fear love because I get to choose what story, emotion, energy, physical action I do in response to anyone's actions. And I don't have to have this belief that their actions mean anything about me. I feel like there's that what you're going through here. And as you do, you've got the Six of Fire, which is mutual attraction, and you've got the Ace of Earth here, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world too, right? So, I like this, energy that comes in here um, for that, because as you do that, then that does show that you have the Nine of Cups. So you definitely have that available for you. So I like that for you. So it's in the cards. It feels like there's some realization around the thoughts and expectations and beliefs around love that just are kind of hanging around in the lower vibrational energies that can be transformed. And then that unfolds that way. So I like it. I like it. I like it for you. Yeah. And I know balance can be the justice card too in this particular deck, because Justice and the Strength card go back and forth between number 8 and number 11, but 14 is always, always Temperance, interestingly enough. So I do like those for you. I like it. I like it. And so that's what they have for you, Patty. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. I like where it's headed, especially financially and abundance. It's like boom. And then love is definitely in the cards. I always like that. All right. So many blessings to you, my friend. All right. And then Supernova, excuse me, you have two more donations. Thank you for these. So another poopy emoticon, right? Yeah. So let's take a look here. and see what your next ones were here. So, all right. So, message from your spirit guides. All right. We'll look at that here. And then number 5. All right. So, do they want to? Yeah, I feel like your spirit guides do want to give you a oracle here with the divine energy oracle. So let's take a look here. All right. Right off the bat here. Oh, what a great message for us all. But this is what they want you to focus in on here. So love yourself. Let's find out where that is in here. All right. Card number 21. So let's take a look here. You had 22 yesterday. Now you have 21. Countdown. Let's see here. So your communication with another or others may be challenging at this time. No kidding, right? I think we talked a little bit about that. Misunderstandings can arise. Power struggles may appear, leaving you frustrated and feeling blocked. No way. Your divine energy is calling you to fully love, listen, and gently communicate so that understanding and peace can prevail. It is wise to be less demanding of and more patient with others. Wow. Perhaps your expectations of other people are too high. Your needs may not be clearly understood. You may want others, you may want what others cannot give you. You can and should give more to yourself. Your divine invitation: practice self love in all your relationships, beginning with you. The more you love yourself, the better things will flow with others. Ask yourself what you want from others that you aren't getting. What are you denying or rejecting in yourself that you want someone else to give you? Most important right now is to ease up on self judgment and love yourself completely, even with all your imperfections. Nothing can improve upon self love at this time to ease distress. When you cherish yourself, you are more open to the affection and gifts of others, but not before. Try not to overreact to the challenges at hand or exaggerate differences with others. Everyone is doing their best. With more self love, that will become clear. I love that. That's exactly what we were talking about with those volcanic eruptions from other people, right? That's the love shield, the self love shield. So I love that for you. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, nannies, welcome being a new subscriber. The donation list, let's see, I've got one more from Supernova and then Jennifer and Courtney. So I've just have 3 donations in front. So welcome. So I love that for you, Nova. How perfect. I know, right? Oh, damn. So perfect. I love the little extra tidbits they gave you too with all of that going, oh wow, what a great perspective. Well, you can rewind. Zip, zip, zip. I just finished, so you can rewind a little bit. It's great. All right. And then number 5 is you want to know, how do spirit guides view how you're doing currently in your life with how you're clearing things away and with how you're moving forward towards things in your life despite the challenges. All right. I know it's really good. Let's take a look here. So all right. Yep. We've got here, you've got the Dreamer card, which is about a brand new adventure that's unfolding here, and they're like, "Yeah, this is so," it's they see it as a whole new start, a whole new freedom, it's like a puppy. I usually talk about it too, like a little puppy that, has been in its cage all day long, and it's like leaping forward, and this says, "You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith," You even have this king of fire on the bottom, which is that Leo, energy that we talk about a lot too. So you are taking command. And that king of fire came in with that last one with your the challenges too, right? I'm in charge of my fire. I'm in charge of my energy. I'm putting a plan and I'm moving forward. And so they very much are like this beautiful you know, um I would say ambition, this focus that you have with all that. So I love that. Yeah, three of earth, you're being true to your authentic self, creativity coming in, and it's all part of here. The more you let go of things, like just the more you're able to express all this creativity that comes in here. And yeah, you definitely, are transforming things. Because you've got two fives. You got the five of earth, which is all about, those feelings of being left behind, being left out in the cold, being abandoned. The five of air is the struggles and both inward and outward with the communication, which are those challenges you're talking about. But they're all happening on purpose, and I feel like they're saying that you're taking these as opportunities because you've got the ace of pentacles, which is seeing these changes. And here's your family again. Hello. um and the five of fire underneath there. So it's all these fives, it's all these struggles, it's all these, you know battling against one another. um that is allowing you these opportunities to fine tune things. If you know about river rocks, um, people will take stones, and it's what is it called, a pummel stone, something like that. But there's this stone that they put in with other stones that takes away the sharp edges and makes some smooth stones. And that's what's coming in, with that there, is that it takes away our sharp edges. And family is such a great thing, family and relationships and best friends. It's those people that we allow, that are so close to us, that really help chisel away these points that will be painful to others. And even though it's like, oh, it's, the friction helps smooth out the edges too. So I like that. So that is what we have there. Yeah, absolutely, Maria. Everyone can still make donations. I'm going to be on for about 23 more minutes or so. So I'll probably be able to get it in here. If not, I will complete them all today at some point as well. So anyone can make donations. If I don't get to it here before I leave, you'll be first up when I come back. And I do dive deeper into donation readings, whereas free readings are usually like one or two card readings. Excuse me. So I like that for you, Nova. They do want to show you that you're on this new journey. It's all on purpose for a purpose. You're using those as pummel stones. I think it's called pummel, where you're helping it smooth things out, and you're realizing things. And each time it happens, it's like, all right, it's like working out when you are able to lift, like, the bar by itself, and it doesn't, whereas before it was like even just lifting the bar was like heavy. Now you're able to put weights on, and okay, and then it becomes easy, and then new weights get added, and it's difficult, and then it becomes easy, and then new weights get added on, and then it difficult at first becomes easy. It's all about growth. So you're becoming spiritually buff. So that's what's coming in. All right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your additional donations, Supernova. I love it. All right. And then Jennifer Simpson, you are up. Let's give that some love and a like there. And think did you someone change their question? Was that you? Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. I definitely appreciate your donation there. Okay, changing your questions because he did reply. So, could there be a positive reconciliation? Oh, okay. Very cool. Will he get back to you today? Boom. Yes. So, will there be reconciliation? Let's take a look here and see what we have here. This is with the Pisces. Okay, what else? All right. Cards are flying. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. You know, the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Two of Fire and the Knight of Earth. Of course, the Knight of Earth is the slowest moving knight out of them all. You know, that comes in here. And you know, the Two of Fire has to do with our energy and this choice. And I feel like that there is possibility of reconciliation. It just feels like with this Knight of Earth that it would take a while for it to happen. And you know, when we're looking at the cards, that was the bottom of the deck, the cards that came out. The first one is the Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles, which is about the hermit's journey of in the outside world, which is one of my cards of being to yourself, right? And so like when I'm looking at reconciliation, if that's the only card I got, I'd say, oh no, this is you being independent with your just yourself. Those other two cards on the bottom of the deck, and it's like, well, it's possibilities. Like right now, it's being alone, but you have the World card in the Page of Water that comes in the middle. And this is the World card is an ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure. And the Page of Water is a heightened love, a new love that happens there. And, you know, the pages are like number 11s. That can be a whole new relationship with someone completely new. That's a heightened type of relationship. Or it could be a reconciliation. You know, it's not going back to what you had, but something more, right? But I feel like there is this necessity for things, for old cycles to end, for a new cycle to begin. And we have the Knight of Water too. And the Knight of Water is, you know, this quest for, you know, for higher love. You know, all knights are on a quest. This knight is on a quest for the Ace of Cups, which is higher love, connection to our higher selves and to those things. And it's funny because this one here, you know, we've got this uh prince that's here, and you know, the frog prince, you know, is it am I willing to take a chance on kissing the frog to see if it turns into a prince or not? And you know, I know there's different stories. Sometimes it's like, oh, they do turn into, you know, to you know, a prince. Other times it was just a frog, you know? And I that's why I feel like there's just this period of time that's needed, and to prove that they're a prince, that you I feel like this is the energy. Give it time, have them, if they say they've changed, have them prove it to you. Say, "Well, you look like a frog still. Let me see you turn into a prince first. I'm not gonna kiss you until I see that you're a prince." I'm not gonna fall for that again, you know? It's that kind of energy that comes in here, with that, because, I just feel like it's important for you to be okay to be by yourself and to wait for them to show it and to prove it rather than, you know, you taking the risk for it, if that makes sense. So, there is a possibility, and that's what I feel is there, because if someone says they've changed and then we let them right back in our life, and we don't see the change. We're like, okay, right? But if we're like, you know what, I do love you, and I do want to give us another chance, but let's just take it slow, and I just want to show me who you are and show me that you have changed over the next 3 months. What? 3 months? Hey, it's reasonable, because if someone can continue to do something for 30 days, they can change a habit. So if they haven't changed, if they can try to do it for 30 days or more, then they will change. I feel like this is where the Two of Wands is in, is that there's possibilities, and if they can show it and keep it up, and I believe, like, believe they've changed, but even though someone believed they changed, that the capacity could be different from reality. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Jennifer. Don't kiss the frog. Make sure they're a prince first, and then you can kiss them. That's the advice from your spirit guides. All right. So that's what they have for you. Thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate that. The fairy tales, right? All right, and then Courtney, you are up. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And you want to know whatever messages are meant for you. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what we have. So, what messages? All of those, huh? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got here. Oh, I love koala bears. Bottom of the deck, you've got a couple fours. You've got the Four of Air, which is mental stability, and then you've got the Four of Fire, which is energetic stability too. So I like this stable energy coming in. And then you got four cards, and then one card too. So let's take a look here, see what we have. Wow, very solid foundations and some beginnings that are happening here. Makes sense, because underneath those fours, you do have the dreamer, which is, follows the world card, last card in the major arcana, first card in the major arcana, ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure that's free from a lot of limitations, free from a lot of expectations, a lot of stuff that just sucks the wind out of our sail. And I see here, I mean, you've got the Ace of Water, you've got the Magician card, and you've got the Page of Earth, right? So talk about new beginnings. This supports the full card coming in. Ace of Water is new love, Magician is new energy, and the Page of Earth, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world as well. Part of this has to do with the Ace of Water is finding your higher love. Your self-love has been evolving, and well, it's it's like Rumi says, we don't have to find our self-love. We already are love. That's our existence. We just have to find the obstacles that we have put between us and love. As we remove them, and then we become more aware of our love, our self-love. It's not that it ever changed, we just have forgotten. And it's removing these obstacles, and then we're like, wow. And this heightened self-love that you has been coming in here. Here's your higher self with the infinity symbol. That's what the Magician is. It's becoming this conduit, allowing that love to fill you up and flow out to the world. And that's where this change, this abundance that's coming in the outside world, because you've got the page, like we said, you got the Page of Earth. Sorry for the glare here. Page of Earth, the Ten of Earth, Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Abundance, 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 fullness, fullness, fullness. And Ten of Pentacles is my relationship energy that comes in here too, which, so I feel like you have this abundant fullness that's coming. And it makes sense as you have been expanding your self-love. It changes how we see the world, because when we look to the world to give us the love we're looking for, to define our self-worth, that makes us feel unstable, because the outside world is unstable. And so eventually we get tired of that instability, because it's relationships, right? People change, people pass away, people walk away. Relationships are unstable with of all kinds, right? Romantic, friends, family, whatever. Situations never stay the same, like jobs, education, things don't last forever. Our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, they deteriorate, they blow up, burn down, stolen, all that, right? So eventually we turn inward and upward. That's where we find our self worth, our self love, and then we're full. It fills us up and it overflows. In the outside world, we don't stop wanting from the outside world. We just stop needing from the outside world. And where it felt lacking and falling short, suddenly what they're giving us is above and beyond extra because we're already full from the inside out. So when they pour things on, it's above and beyond extra. So the outside world with all that King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, this Page of Pentacles, you're having this new change of how you see the world. And it's moving from a place that's lacking and falling short to a place of abundance and overflowing. But it all starts and has started from this journey that you've been on, raising your self love and your self worth. So I love that for you. And that is what they have for you right now. That's what you need to know. It's been worth it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Courtney. So many blessings to you. All right. Yay, I know, right? I love that for you. All right, and then nannies. I did get your Cash App that came in, so you are up next. And let's take a look here. I don't see a question there. Let's see, did you ask a question in the chat here? If you haven't, pop your question down there. And let me just scroll up a little bit. And if you did put it up above, I'm searching here, but if you put it up, if you don't mind just popping it down below again, that would speed things up for you too. I don't see one. So if you have your question, nannies, just pop it down there and we'll jump. There it is. Thank you. So you were talking to your person, D, the Cancer. He said he's traveling towards you. Do you see him coming this year? All right. Let's take a look here. So is he headed towards you this year? All right. And what else do we want to know about this Cancer sign here? All right. Well, I like the bottom of the deck. You have the Nine of Cups, which is like a dreams come true kind of card. So that would indicate, I feel like, yes. Let's see what else they have here as well. All right. Yeah, it does feel like it's been taking a while, right? So we've got what's telling me that we've got the Knight of Earth, the slowest moving knight out of them all. So it's taking him time to get here. And what will help speed things up, we've got the Nine of Fire, which is perseverance, and the World card, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So I like that energy that comes in with that here. But what can help bring things sooner is this Ace of Fire and the Six of Earth. Now, I'm going to share two free videos here with you that talk about our energy and how what can bring in things sooner. So I share these every once in a while. So if you've seen these before, but I have this Take 10 with Zen playlist. Episode 4 talks about our energy, which is the Ace of Fire. And episode 5 talks about the Six of Pentacles, which is the Six of Earth. And the importance of those two videos, because they give you hints and some tools on how you can do this. When we're focusing on wanting and missing, kind of with our energy, well, what that tells the universe is, I enjoy wanting, I enjoy missing. And they're like, okay, well, in order for you to keep feeling that, we can't give you what you're wanting. We can't give you what you're missing, because they're expanding the wantingness, expanding the missingness, right? So it talks about how we can change our energy and focusing on gratitude and changing that energetic focus that allows things to come in, right? The Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, so our energy is a kind of like a conscious focus, but there's this below the surface, we've got this, I kind of call it the love exchange rate, the abundance exchange rate. And the Six of Pentacles is all about that. It's, the balancing of what we feel we have to give in order to receive. And it talks in there about, we develop that a lot when we're 7 years old and younger. And it's whoever we felt we had to give so much to and get so little back. And as children, we're like, well, if 1,000 love coins I have to get one love coin back, that seems fair. We're kids. We don't know any better. Seeps down into our subconscious where our inner child's keeping score. And it's like, well, you don't deserve that yet. And that can draw things out, right? It's like, you have to have 1,000 love coins. Holy crap, it's going to take forever to get that, right? And then we get it, and then the walls fall down, something comes in, and it resets back to zero, and we have to try to get back to 1,000 love coins again. But that video talks about some things that we can do. Instead of having it 1,000 to 1, we can bring it down to 1 to 1. Those walls fall, the little child self throws away the chalkboard and the chalk, like, hallelujah, I don't have to keep track anymore. It's more of an equal giving and receiving. So these two areas of our life are two things that keep things at bay. Our energy, if we're in lower vibrational energy of wanting and needing and missing, it pushes things away longer. And then also this out of balance, giving and receiving, you know, I know for me, I realized in life, I always had to overgive like crazy in my relationships at school and work and friendships and whatever. Give, 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 give. No, I don't deserve that, And then once you realize that, then it just allows things to flow into our life more easily. So, a couple things there. If you want to check out those two videos, they go into more detail with those and give a couple tools. So like 10 minutes or less each. So if you want to check them out, some great tools there. All right. So I like it. I do feel like that Nine of Cups is dreams come true. So I feel like they are headed towards you. But if you want it to come in sooner, those things you can do on your side help that happen. It also is, I don't know how close of a relationship you have with them, but if you really glean a lot from the two videos and they're also wanting to come sooner, but they feel like things are keeping them, you can share it with them and go, here, just, if these resonate, here you go, as well. So that's what they have for you. So thank you for being a new subscriber and for your donations. Hopefully those will help on your beautiful journey. All right. And then Maria, thank you for your donation via the PayPal. You are very welcome, nannies. All right, so let's take a look here. Yeah, you want to do your check-in, right? And then this will be my last reading for this session. For all the free readings, I will complete those. I just will leave here and after I finish Maria's reading, and go to my Praying Mantis members for about an hour. Then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back and I'll finish out all the free readings this afternoon. So it'll probably be a couple hours. All right, Maria, let's take a look here. See what's going on with David. So let's see here. All right. Yeah, what is going on with him? Oh, yesterday was regarding work. Something going on in his life here. Let's take a look here. So did he think of you today? All right. And then what were his thoughts? Okay, that's all those. And then yesterday you texted him regarding, but he didn't reply back. What was going on? What kept him from replying yesterday? And then what's coming for you and Dave in the coming week? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Overall, the bottom of the deck, I mean, we got the Chariot card, which is movement, victory, and power of choice, too. So, you know, um, you're totally cool. Energy changes day by day, so don't ever worry about doing daily check-ins if you want. Let's take a look here. So, did he think of you yesterday? Yes, he did. You got the six of air. I love the little look on the cat's face. Oh, look at it. It is movement of thought and belief. It's leaving behind old thinking, new thinking, choppy waters, calmer waters. So it's a good flow of thought. It's a good change of thought that comes in. So he has thought of you today. Um, the thinking that they have here, you have the nine of earth, which we have. Didn't we get kind of hermity energy from him? It's like he's looking at his independence and being, his alone time, but also the page of earth is about um, you know, new opportunities as well of in the outside world. So I do feel like that he was thinking about, well, I like my alone time, um, yeah, so he likes his alone time, but he also, is has this desire of changing something in the outside world with this page of pentacles. Um, so the thinking of that is like they want to try to get together in the outside world. Um, he didn't reply yesterday. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. So we got the seven of earth, which is the slow he's kind of in slow motion mood here, but I do see here we've got the two of air, two of swords, and the justice card too. I just feel like they're way out of balance in their life right now. The two of air is like the battling of the head and the heart, and the justice card is the scales being out of balance and needing to be balanced out. And I just feel like they're trying to do too much all at the same time here with that. And so I just felt like you texted them, and like if they saw it, they were like, okay, I'm gonna reply to that, but whoop, and then blah, and then blah, and then blah, and then they forget. Oh, that's right, I didn't text you back. Kind of energy, if that makes sense. Let's see what they have here coming forward for you too. So, what is in store for you guys this week? All right. All right. So, we've got here the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Fire. 10 of Pentacles is one of my kind of relationship cards, right? It's abundance in the outside world. The 7 of Fire, I like this energy of, being true to your authentic self, just being you, not trying to, like, you feel like you have to dim your light or ask permission to shine. And I feel like it's important for you next week just to be you and don't feel like, "Oh, what if I do this? What are they gonna think?" You know, if we have to walk on eggshells around someone and feel like you know, um, "Well, I can't be myself," well, then they don't deserve us, right? It's like the gecko. What I like about the gecko is in the fire suit. Normally in the major arcana, I mean, the regular tarot, the knight, the page, and the king all have a gecko on their cards because it helps protect them from the heat and the risk of fire of the fire sign. The queen doesn't need it because of other reasons. We won't go into that right now, but it's like you don't you don't need to be with someone that can't handle the heat of who you are, because then you never get to be yourself. It's always going to be, well, I want to do this, but what will they think? What will they think? What will they think? It's always good just to be yourself. And then if it doesn't work out, thank you for letting me know. I'm not wasting my time hoping that eventually you'll, develop fireproof skin. Like you either are fireproof now or you're not. And to do this, right? Just be you, express yourself, and if they're not able to deal with it, then that tells you what you need to know. Yeah, he does want to get together, with this energy and all this, and you got there's peace of mind there with the koala. And the 5 of fire has to do with the conflicting energy that they have. So I feel like their life is just so busy and so I just feel like they are trying to fit so much into their life that, how you can do one thing really well and 10 things poorly. I feel he's on that side right now where, this, ace of fire, it's like if he could, you know, get his like do an inventory of his energy, see where he's investing all his stuff and go, all this urgent stuff that's not important, he could stop investing in, and then he would have time to really make some great progress in the important things. But I just feel like everything is priority one, and you can't live like that, right? For long until you're like burnt out, right? You can't do it, right? So I feel like that's what's going on with him now, and so just be patient. Eventually he's going to be exhausted, and he's going to have to make decisions in his life and realize what is important and what is just urgent that doesn't warrant my energy and attention, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in there right now for you, Maria. And, I just be yourself. And, if you want to ask them out or if you want to do something, it's like initiate if you want, don't feel like you have to dim your light at all. Just be you. And if they can't handle it, then you're like, well, thank you for showing me that. And even though there's all this world of possibilities of how someone, who someone could be or how someone could act, it doesn't mean that they're going to do it. Right. So I like it. Boom, boom, boom. If we could just get into like high schools and teach children, don't be afraid, other people's actions don't mean anything about us. This is all about them, you know. Just imagine what kind of lives we would be different, but it'd be boring. Who wants a perfect life anyway, right? All right. Well, that's what we have for you right now. So thank you again, Maria, for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Excited for your adventure as it unfolds. And absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up. I'm 2 minutes late getting over to my to my other session. I've taken screenshots for all the free readings, so I will come back in a couple hours, 2.5 hours, to complete all free readings. And so, in the meantime, if you want something to look at, be sure to check out my main page. I've got May monthlies. I've got the new moon. Pick a card for next Tuesday, and a bunch of other free options available. My podcast, From Chaos to Cozy. So be sure to check those out if you want some messages in the meantime. But until then, remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And until then, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you soon. Take care.